We didn't have the police come over and say anything. We had like no forewarning that there was something seriously wrong with her, apart from the fact she hadn't come home. And then that Friday evening on the BBC News, my mum turned up as one of the people confirmed dead. So that was kind of like the first we'd heard that she was definitely involved or that something had happened, which was probably like the most horrific way to find out. I think it incites too much fear. Because what it does, and I think what I've observed is that it puts a lot of people on edge where everybody feels like they're part of this fight and that they have to do particular things, such as fight violence with violence, or to have closed doors or closed boundaries to people because they're afraid of such things because of how it's been said. I think, you know, that term lone wolf, it really does, it almost like builds this thing of this person potentially having the opportunity to be viewed as like heroic, depending on what group you're talking about. Because there are going to be some people that may not necessarily always agree with their methods, but may agree with their motives. And so it almost seems like, well, this person just, you know, was so passionate about whatever it might have been that they felt that they had to act and they acted by themselves. I also think that sometimes that phrase, lone wolf, can almost like remove responsibility from communities or people around that person, because then it can kind of become like, okay, maybe this person was at school and teachers noted that something wasn't always right, but because they were a lone wolf, we didn't have any responsibility. There's nothing we could have done. We couldn't have flagged anything. We couldn't have said anything to anyone. I think it's a bit ridiculous, to be honest. And I'll tell you why I think it's ridiculous, because I think what they want is more airtime or a bigger channel to share their message or their reasons for why they've done what they've done. And all it does is incite fear in other people. And all it does is just make them bigger than what they should be.